I am Bharti Kakwani and I welcome you here on this interview session on behalf of Expression Resources Private Limited. I'm glad you could join us today.
Thank you.
And we are looking forward to hearing about your experiences and a lot of other things about the trainings and about motivational things. So I hope uh, you will be able to give your precious time to us. So without wasting time, we'll start with the interview session. And the first question I would like to ask from you is, what inspired you to become a motivational speaker? Like people get lots of other options. You belong to another background. You belong to, as you said, you belong to accounts. So, what motivates you? What inspired you to become a motivational speaker?
I started as a teacher, as a motivator, as a leader in my family. I have 5 siblings after me, and I'm the eldest daughter. I started to take up the responsibility of looking after my siblings' education, particularly education, discipline, and the rest, because my mother started to work when I was 13. So my father is a driver. He goes in the morning, he comes back at night. So I have 5 of them behind me, under me. If they don't do well, I get the caning. This is how I got my training. So from there, I started motivating my siblings in their studies, in their co-curricular activities. I make sure every one of them take activities and all that. Then after my high school, 17, I started to take certain hours from a tuition center owned by my mentor, a blind engineer. He lost his eyesight at work during the Japanese occupation. So he opened up a tuition center together with his daughter. I rent certain hours to teach maths and English. So teaching is already, don't ask me why. You know why? All these kind of things, it doesn't come because you want it. We have to thank the Almighty God for giving you the interest, for embedding in you such a noble interest in educating, caring, because lecturers, teachers are caring people, are not ordinary people. After mothers, teachers, let it be male or female, they are second parents. They are the one who built the country together with others. And they're very important people. If they don't educate the student well from the beginning, we'll have horrible citizens and the country will go down, right? So what motivated me is from there. I got my training from there. Then I went out to teach. It's not for money, a little pocket money. I used to teach my neighbors' children where I earn 5 ringgit. Every day I teach 5 ringgit per month. It's a big money for a student, right? Side income and all that. I won't waste my time. So when I see students having problems, I learn to solve their problems. I tend to listen to their problems. I tend to go and talk to their parents. I started my parenting then itself. Then from there, as I was studying, I'm also teaching. I teach in centers, educational centers. You know, I teach house to house, because if you go for individual tuition, house to house, you are paid very well, because normally the rich ones engage you. So I was a rich student. So that motivates me further. And of course, when I see my students get good results, I'm treated like a goddess by the students' parents. So, and when I see the students do well, change in their behavior and all that, even if you ask me, not only I become a teacher, a coach, a trainer, I'm also a parenting coach. Although I'm not a parent myself, I looked after even my nephew, nieces. Till today, I'm the mentor for them.
Oh, great.
Yes, and all of them are accountants, engineers, and all that. I'm so happy that although I don't have a child of my own, but God has given me this task to be a mentor for my family members, even more for my students outside. I have students who don't even know the timetable 2 times 6. 3 months before their exam, they come to me, and today, accountants, great achievement. Happiness is when you see others are happy, others gain because of you.
Exactly. That's great.
Is that
That's
sufficient?
wonderful. Yeah, that's wonderful. So people says like charity starts from home. You have changed it into motivation starts from home.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And as you said, teachers are like God. I should say teachers are the ones, those are created especially by God to guide
Yes.
the word, to guide their children, those who are innocent, those who need some guidance. So while guiding others, while motivating others, sometimes time comes, or sometimes a moment comes when you also need something to motivate you. So how do you stay motivated and inspired in your work? Like at time of COVID came, like we had seen 2 lockdowns, again the same scenario is getting created. So how do you stay motivated and inspired in your work?
I have to add this one more to what I mentioned earlier, because I think this is very important point. Because I don't only teach big children's, primary, secondary, university students. Not only that, I also teach preschool, LKGs. The most
Wonderful.
interesting part of my life, LKGs, and I see the results. Of course, I do my courses, early childhood and all that, but I prepare my own books. I prepare my own materials besides the Montessori and all that. I prepare my own, and I even teach them even to the extent of writing skills, which I never learned from anybody, with my own initiative, and I see the fruits. If you're then during my school time, you come to my school, you open the books of my students, every one of them, putting aside the new ones, the one already with me for a few months onwards, all their writings are so neat and beautiful. I will not take the credit for myself or glory for myself. I thank God for the wisdom God gave me to teach, because every day I ask God, I put up my hand and say, God, although I'm a teacher, but I'm not a school teacher. I'm a self-made, self-educated teacher. So you have to give me wisdom how to handle these children, especially the young one. Because if your LKG do well, it's a starting point. They will do well when they go to primary school. Then they even do better if they keep up. That is the very foundation, you see. So that is also a part of my inspiration. And coming to your question, why, what if with this pandemic and all that, as I told you that just now, teaching is in my blood. It's already in my blood. So I cannot detach. All the time I'm teaching because it gives me pleasure. You know, not everybody have the heart to give.
Exactly.
What do you receive? Salary, your fees and all that. You cannot measure it with the service you are giving. The education you are giving is priceless, precious. This is what every parent should know this. Nowadays, I see parents are attacking their teacher. There's one case recently in Malaysia, just few days back, I think last week, the volleyball coach, I don't know what is wrong with him. Suddenly he slapped the student. It went viral in FB. Yes, but at this point of time, it's no longer like those days. Now everybody is under stress, hit by a lot of things. Income is affected, stressful lifestyle, a lot of things. People tend to do mistakes. Even teachers, no matter how patient you are, sometimes you have problems at home with your spouse, with the children, financial problem, you got to prepare. You see, a teacher's work does not end after school. You go back home, you do whatever necessary and you continue. This is why I did. Although I'm single, I'm all dedicated. Then how about other teachers, school teachers, university lecturers? You have to perform. So you give your life. So during this pandemic, so what happened to this coach is that they took it very seriously. The Ministry of Sports left it to the Association of Sports to revoke his license. I gave my comments. I said, how can you do this? Yes, what he did is wrong. He shouldn't have slapped the students. But you have to give warning. Consider his situation. He needs counseling. You see, these kind of things can happen. So during pandemic and all that, you face a lot of problems. But if your heart, everything boils to your heart. What is your intention in choosing a certain profession? You're choosing because you find that no other profession you can fit in. You take up teaching profession because you love to teach. It's from your heart, or maybe other motives. So if it comes from your heart, if you are the type who wants to give, then you would do it no matter what happens. I'm still educating the parents in parenting. You see, I used to conduct parenting workshops, free parenting workshops every weekend in hotels. I spend my money, all the savings I earn, I did spend to educate the parents so that the students will have breakthroughs, and especially with the gadget problems and all that. I give talks on gadget addiction and all that. I also give talks when they invite me online. Yeah, this is one of my favorite topics. So this is what we do. So when teaching comes from your heart, if you have a generous heart to give, to see them people growing, the children growing, improving, then nothing can shake you.
Super. So as you said, ma'am, it's great that you said that a teacher, a motivational speaker should have heart of gold, and they should show personal attention to each individual child who is coming in their contact, right? So that's really appreciable. Every teacher should work on that. Yes. What else you feel, what other qualities a successful motivational speaker should possess instead of being personal, instead of being more touchy, with a pure heart? What other qualities a successful motivational speaker should have?
Yes, interesting question. At this era, digital era, no matter how good you are in teaching, you have to keep yourself in par with the development of skills, hard skills, soft skills. Yeah, teachers do need that. You can't run away. And of course, with all the IT knowledge and all that. So this will help you in your own personal development in the area of teaching. And also to provide material for your students. You can guide them, prepare them as well. So I think beside all other skills, as a teacher, you are prepared. Like we say, you are a lecturer, you are a teacher, you went through a lot of courses. Yes, you have done, but always keep abreast with the latest development in technology, and always keep learning. Yes. So by learning, you can give quality materials.
So being a teacher, we have to be on our toes to enhance our skills all the time, to adopt all the new technologies. Perfect. So ma'am, as you said, you have been working as a parenting coach as well. So what strategies do you use to help people overcome their challenges and achieve their goals. I'll repeat. What strategies do you use to help people overcome their challenge and achieve their goals?
For this, there's no one specific answer because each parents have different set of problems at different point of time, and different children of theirs. Like say one mother has 3 children. The 3 will be having 3 different problems, issues at different time. You solve one problem, you have another problem. So you have to attend, see what is you have to know what is the problem first and act accordingly. Sometimes you have to give counseling. Sometimes you have to talk to the children. And most of the time you talk to the parents, because when you guide the parents on how to handle their children with the certain problems, so it's easier because you don't see the children every day, right? So when you guide the parents will slowly engage the children into solving the problem. Then if needed, then you bring the children for personal counseling or personal classes. And of course, in the workshop, a lot of times I even on the spot, when the mothers call and tell me, oh, this is what my son does, always lock himself in the room. Please, coach, please assist me. I say, bring him for the workshop. So I already know what is the problem with the child. I'll single the child out. And I ask certain questions. I thank God for the wisdom. Not only what I learn. What you learn alone is not enough. Experience, your experience. Like for me, although I'm not a mother, I have nephew and nieces who used to live with me from young. So I learned how to be a mother. Then later in school. So, and yet, when you come across a situation when there's a problem, you go by case by case. There's no one specific technique. Experiences helps a lot, because with the more you are exposed to the parents, the problem the parents face, the children face, you also, as you solve, you learn. Because we cannot learn everything in school, in colleges. Like say you go and take up some courses to be a parenting coach. You can't learn everything. It's just an outline. So experience does help.
Great.
Exposure.
So as you told, ma'am, you have been into teaching of LKG students, to account students, to parenting. It means a huge range of audiences you must be having with you, right? So how have you adjusted your approach to speaking to various age group of audiences? How you approach them how you adjust your approach to speaking to them? Like at the one moment you have to speak to a child, maybe a 4 or 5 year, or maybe a 15 year, and at the next moment you have to deal with a parent of 65-year-old year age. So how do you manage your approach to speaking of different age of audiences?
Yes, like now I'm not, because see, I'm not a Wonder Woman. I'm not a Wonder Woman.
You are actually. Every woman is Wonder Woman, I guess.
Yeah. You see, like this, like LKG, that was the time before I became a coach. You see, I ran my own preschool. That's the time, the period of time while I'm working, because when I was an accountant, I already planned to be independent, because I work in international company. The whole day I'll be at work. I leave the house 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll come back only at 11 at night. So
and that's what a Wonder Woman can do. And you said you are not Wonder Woman.
We all are Wonder Woman in that. That is the thing. So you see, I guess I say I can only thank God for the way I think from very young. You know, I start thinking I cannot be going on like this so long. What amount of money I'm getting? How I'm going to survive with this throughout my life? Is this the lifestyle I want? I want to do something better. Of course, I'm teaching. I want to I was doing social work as well.
Oh, wow, great.
Yeah. So what I did, all this, like you say, LKG and all that, that was say about 7 years. I was running my own preschool and also teaching the high school student, primary school student, and all. So that is all my experience. As I do that, I study early childhood, whatever skill I need, and my time with my students, I take it as my practical to improve myself. I do my best. I give my best to my students. Because I say I want to see, I want each and every one of my students be a star. Like my own child, I do my best for them. So over the period, I upgrade myself. So now, because of the pandemic, I stopped doing the parenting workshop. And now, you know, financially a lot of, because I do parenting workshop, and during the school holidays, I will do boot camp. In the boot camp, I used to, have many students who come for my workshop with their parents with many type of problems, don't want to study, gadget addiction, all this. I would train them during the school holiday. Three full days in hotel I conduct. And the fees is very high because you see in Malaysia, especially in city, capital city, Kuala Lumpur, people don't want to go to ordinary place even free. They want to see the name hotel. So you got to spend, just imagine. So for that boot camp, the material, the assistants, you see, of course, you are the coach, you are a trainer. A lot of money you need to spend for hotel alone, so much. So the fees is high. After pandemic set in, many of them are not able to pay. And nobody expected pandemic. I spent a lot before that. So what I did, I confined it, I did online. Thanks to pandemic. Thanks to pandemic. There's always a way. God will make a way when there is no way. Everybody was down. I was really felt, I said, oh, so much money I spent. What a waste. I felt sad, but God is good. That is the time I get connected to many parents all around the globe. Saturday, early morning, 8 o'clock, I have bookshop with the West because it's Friday evening for them. Some countries I never even heard. People attend. Of course, it's free bookshop, online. Free workshop because I got to prove myself. Right? They don't know you. Like today, you don't know me. Like Dr. Supriya never know. I can be nice to her, but she doesn't know how is my presentation, what I can do. Right? At least today, you got some idea. Right? Same. So I did Saturdays, I did for parents in the West. Sunday, I did for all the parents of the East, Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, everybody. So Saturday, Sunday, I'll be having this. From there, I learn. You see, now people are inviting all over the world. They're inviting me for the talks and all that. And I even recently, December, I received an award from Golden Educators Award 2022 from Greece. By God's grace, it's really unexpected. Compared, because all those who were selected, shortlisted, were all professors, doctors, you know, and all that. And I count myself, I said, they are so much better than me, but it was a surprise. So you see, all this help during pandemic, you know, what I can say is that we are human, we can be positive, but we cannot be positive 24 hours, 365 days. We are human, we have emotion, because sometimes external factors affect us. We break down, right? So to keep up back. So God is good. He have said, okay, never mind. You have got to this a pandemic. You have done this online. Good. He opens the door. He gave me a rest and came back. So I can only thank God. So always because of the skills. Because you see, the parenting workshop, 2 days I do is absolutely free. Not a single cent I charge them. We talk after the presentation. I teach them like a university students, parents, like brain.
Great.
I teach them about brain, how the brain works, what affects the children, why your children are like that. I give topic on brain. You see, this they cannot get anywhere. You see, so all this, what I did, I just give generously. But it all helps me today. The award, I don't think I'm so deserving, but it's given. So this is reward from God, right?
Wonderful.
So we
Yeah.
just keep doing it. So
Wonderful.
nothing,
Awesome.
if you have a kind heart, generous heart, I'm not telling I'm kind, I thank God, God give me this heart. You can go, no matter whatever situation strikes you. You will be down a little bit, short while. Because your heart, God sees, He will lift you up again. Opportunities will come because you already have all the skill. You are ready to receive.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That is the secret.
Congratulations. Heartiest congratulations to you for your award. And as you said, pandemic has changed a lot. People has moved completely to online platforms, as you are also have been connected to across the globe. So when we talk about online platforms, as we already had session before this, so we a word simply come about, that is presentations, right? So how do you structure your presentations to maximize the impact upon the audiences?
Yeah, there is a few factors you have to consider. First, that's why I was asking Dr. Subriya, who are the students? What is their, who are they, from where? All this I have to know. Otherwise, I don't know what to talk. Because there is a guideline to do a presentation. Again, every audience is unique.
Exactly. True.
So, like today, I have lecturers as well as students together. So, I have to do accordingly. And again, one, how deep is the presentation? How much of material you can give depends on the time. Like today, 30 minutes, what you can do is only outline. Yeah, outline. But of course, I think I'm generous enough to give a lot. This is my heart. You know, I always give as many as I can. Even 30 minutes, I try to give as many as I can. Let them take and go and make use of it. If you give just on surface, you just give very little. They can't really apply and appreciate what they learn. You see, they must have results. Like now, I even give them the sample of recycling. So they will go back and do the hurt. Tell each and every one of them, go and do your presentation. Use the guideline. Now you have YouTube also, right?
True.
All the guidelines are there. So do it. You see? So in order to get them to, if I just tell, I say blah, 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 give slide 1 to slide 11, outline, and I don't even give a sample, how they're going to have the idea? Help them. Help them to learn effectively so they can present effectively.
Great. So as you said, you got an award recently. And for a teacher, for a motivational speaker, in our entire career, we get awards in so many different ways, right? Sometimes in form of the love of children, sometimes the gratitude from the side of parents. So what has been the most meaningful or rewarding experience of your career? What was the best moment, like you feel it was the most meaningful and rewarding experience for me? What was that?
Yes, very important question. This is the life warrior for every educator. No, like the award I got is not only for being I give talk on being a motivational speaker, inspirational speaker, as a parenting coach, as a soft skill trainer, and all that. It's all in that in one day given me. But the thing is that if you ask me what is the most satisfying thing for me is that to see the improvement, the success. As I mentioned just now, I had a student who doesn't even know, a 12-year-old student who's supposed to sit for a very important exam before he enters the secondary school, 3 months before the important exam, the student came to me, the mother heard about me. And 3 months, 2 times 6, she doesn't know. From that time, I will never tell the parents, oh, there's only 3 months, I don't have enough time to teach her. No, I know how to teach. I know how to teach. So I did it. That is my, that gives me more motivation to go further. You see, and today the child is an accountant. An accountant. From a 12 years old, a primary school, until she finished her higher school, secondary school, she was my student.
Wonderful. And that's what the memory, I guess, we carry with us.
Yeah, every one of us. The success of the student is not the money. You know, it's not the money, it's not anything. You see the success, the children improve. The parents, one more important factor, the parents' support. Nowadays, students are never a problem.
Parents are.
If they are not good in their studies, it's not a problem for any teachers. I don't think it's a problem for any teachers if the child is not good in their studies, because they know how to do it. But the problem are the parents nowadays. Because those days parents, you know, as Indians, we know when the child goes to school, preschool, they take one tray of apple, banana, everything, flowers, sweets, everything, going to give to the guru the first day, right? This is Indian culture.
Yes.
Right or not? That much of respect they give the teachers. And even after that, it was, I think, when our father, grandfather's time, you know, they do that still. They respect the teachers a lot. Nowadays, no, they fight teachers. And they demand, like the case just now I mentioned, the coach slapped the student. Although it is wrong, maybe I don't know what situation he was in. But he's a very coach. He spent his own money to develop the sports. Own money. But nobody considered the license was revoked. So many parents on the social media saying, oh, he should be punished. He should be suspended. No, nobody said about suspending. Everybody said he should be sacked. The license should be revoked. You see the attitude of the parents? Put yourself. Treat others as you want others to treat you. This is the only secret for a peaceful, happy living. The world will be a happy place. Everybody will be happy. Teachers will be happy. Parents will be happy. The student will be happy if we apply this rule. Treat everybody well. Respect everybody well. So if the parents don't support the teachers, they can't see the children progressing. So this is also one of the important elements. My parents were very supportive. And most of my parents don't even come to school to pay the fees. Even my LKG, they're just banking. They won't even come even for the new year, school new year. After this year, next year, they won't come. They won't come and ask you how is one. Because they check the books at home. They know everything is okay. Even
Amazing.
The behavior is okay. Not only their studies, their writing, their behavior change. Everything changed. So parents feel so comfortable. And I feel so happy. They don't trouble me.
Amazing.
The trust the parents have on the teachers will encourage the teachers to give more. You see? So I think the parents and the teachers have to cooperate. You see, the parents must support and help the teachers, school teachers or university lecturers, respect the teachers. You are not paying them. Nobody owns anybody. Appreciation. Yes. Kindness. That is kindness. So automatically when the parents support the teachers, the teacher will be good to the child, will perform better, and you benefit. End of the day, the parents and the children will benefit. Right?
Great.
So that is the thing.
Exactly.
Keep me going. Yes.
Exactly. Appreciation matters. Like in expressions, we teach students from class 5th to the age group of 85-year-old. Like
Wow.
we taught communication skills, and we give uh, placements also to them. So it happened few days ago. One of my students came from 250 kilometers just to meet me.
Wonderful.
So as we are lacking with the time, you have another meeting. So the last question I would like to ask from you is, as I told you right now, in Expressions Resources Private Limited, we are teaching communicative English. So any tip or anything, being a Toastmaster or being a motivational speaker, what would you like to tell them to focus on? Like they all are Hindi speakers, native speakers, belong to Hindi background, being an Indian. So how and what they should adopt or to learn English fluently in a
Yes.
short span of time?
Yes. Language learning is a process, especially language. I used to teach these IELTS students. Yeah, those who want to study in UK, they have to sit for this exam. So I used to teach them. I used to teach the Singapore syllabus because we have Malaysians who send the children for Singapore education. In Malaysia itself, we have schools teaching Singapore syllabus and all that. So communication, their English level is different than what we learn in school because it's a multiracial country. So English, I used to teach English. I love English.
Same here.
I love English and maths. So English, if you say, if those who want to improve, first thing is grammar. They have to get the grammar right. And they have to start speaking.
Yeah, speaking.
Of course, teachers, we know how to teach. I used to teach because all these years I teach. Even today, you tell me, okay, you teach my 50-year-old class. You teach my preschool to read phonics. I can do it because I already had all the experience. I just have to spend time, get the thing back and, teach. The formula is already there. So the first thing is the grammar. Together with that, when you start to learn grammar, you should also start to apply it. Right? Sentences, speaking is very crucial. Then reading materials you have to gather. You have to get, maybe although you are 50 years old, you have to get a storybook of a LKG to start reading.
Exactly.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. And a proper, there's everything like phonics. If you want to know how to pronounce, you have to know the phonics. It's a very tedious process. It's not easy. But all this you have to observe, you have to learn before you excel. And it is a process. You cannot learn in a short period. 1 year is that much of progress, depending on how much you do, how much you commit into learning English. Yeah. So everything has to come together. Like few things: grammar, speaking, reading, writing has to come together. So stage by stage, level by level. So how far you want to go is how long it will take, and how hardworking you are, how much of effort and time you put into learning. Like now, you see, I even helping some of the groups in overseas like Bangladesh and all that. They can't speak. They can, like you say, if they are university students and all that, or even those retired, they can join Toastmasters.
Great.
Toastmasters and
yeah,
start.
I know about it.
Can go and they can start at least go and start to listen, then start to talk slowly to gain the skills.
Great.
Yeah, can help them because some of them say, I don't have anybody to speak English. That's why I cannot speak. If you can't speak with, and if you don't speak with anybody, there's no way to improve.
Exactly. So the students, those who will be listening us, I hope it's clear to them. Reading, writing, listening, and speaking go simultaneously. At the same time, you have to work on everything. So thank you, Estera ma'am, for
Thank you.
showing us such a wonderful path to each and every concept we had in our mind. Thank you for the insightful session, and thank you for your time, for your precious time you had given us for this wonderful evening. We are truly blessed. I truly show my gratitude to the universe to have you with us.
Thank you.
Be in touch, stay in touch with us. Thank you, Dr. Supriya Pathak, for connecting us with Estera ma'am.
Yes.